Shadowpay.com, rynek, na którym możesz kupować i sprzedawać skiny do CSGO. Dzięki rozbudowanym filtrom wyszukiwanie przedmiotów jest banalnie proste. Nasze konto możemy doładować za pomocą krypto, G2A, które umożliwia nam płatność blikiem czy też zwykłym przelewem bankowym i wiele więcej. Stronka daje nam również możliwość sprzedaży skinów za dowolną kwotę, którą sami ustalamy. A zgromadzone środki możemy wypłacić przez standardowe metody wypłat, krypto oraz jest możliwość również wypłaty na swoje konto Hellcase lub Dota 2 bez YOLO. Kupuj i sprzedawaj skiny na shadowpay.com. Link znajdziecie w opisie.
Definitely in for an opening map victory if they can contest it here. The Glock's coming up very early on. Mouse will take face here out towards the sniper's nest. Contact with the USPs of Dennis and Spinny looking back towards Connect to try and look for players to come out. Taps up, will not be able to connect any of the shots in the NPHR. Will open up the kill counts here for ILLUMINAR.
Speedy's stuck in towards the CT position. He needs one of his teammates to at least try and get him out of here, or at least try and bait a crossfire. SNAC's doing the best that he can, but he only finds one, but they bait in the aggression for the T side. And now for ILLUMINAR, they've taken top connector and jungle control, and the bomb's planted for them. They've set themselves up for a really nice post plant.
A smoke for Farthing, gonna try to go for the ninja setup. He puts that up, takes in the shots coming in from the Glocks here. They all end up to connect the jungle, and Spinny and Dia shut them down. Damage done by Reeds, unable to connect the kills here on the likes of Dia. So to get that defuse kit towards the site, stick the bomb defuse. They can't do anything about it as well. Dia's just body blocking it. Will get his triple in.
They can force the AK of PHR to potentially try and find an opener and try and set him up with the rest of the pistols. It could be an opportunity in, a lot of damage done, but the trade comes out from Speedy, and now the CTs can start to rotate into this A bomb site. Mouse picks up the AK and does even more damage with it.
Turns it up for a 2K as well. That AK having a lot of impact here for the T side, but it snacks falls to a 2v2.
Ooh.
Mouse gets a trade on Farthing. And now gets the bomb plant in Dia. M4 facing in against this AK. We'll see it cross back towards the CT spawn. Smoke him out so he can't try and take face here. Still cross out towards the danger boxes once again. The M4 will straight through, take that fight and lose it. And Mouse. Sprout after can see this bomb plant, try to go for the retake here. Dia and Farthing out towards CT, going to go in very early. Again, do damage to Mouse. PHR also falling to the contact of the connected control. Finally, kills start going the way of the CT camp.
Dia's making this work out from CT, and low HP onto a couple of players with SNAX. He's been able to get into the back lines and at least pull a distraction away, try and waste as much time as possible. Now Mouse is starting to come alive. For Speedy and Dia, even though they've done major amounts of damage onto Reeds and SNAX.
Start leaning in, Molotov's out. AWP is Snatchy, just going to get ahead of the flanks. Straight through from Spinny, catches one. Snatchy gets PHR as well. Snatch trades, but Snatchy still to the side. 2 frags, makes it 3 with that transfer. That player at the lower stairs. And Snacks is suddenly left alone. He does some sort of presence in towards the A side position. It looks like to be a very fast play out with a flashbang. So got 3 players to deal with. A 4th one to try and join the fray. As Reeds isolates Spinny, Snatchy will get him to trade. The AK is known here. Dennis will spray through, trying to catch some T-side contact players over at ramp and at the palace area. Snatchy with his AWP, however, deals with Mouse to a 4v3. Veggie down to 26 HP. Snatchy and Dia are very low as well. Ooh, Dennis edge of the smoke catches PHR, drops that bomb. That's a big frag again for the Sprout side to find, with Veggie being so low on HP. Snacks has got to do the heavy lifting once again in this round, and Snatch is going to catch him off for Tetris. With utility in hand, he falls, and Sprout looks to hold the defense for another good round. AK is moving forward. Look how aggressive Farthing wants to get. No clear on the smoke. There's a second one behind it, so he'll just look forward, expect to see T-side players back up, give away info as well. So ILLUMINAR will know that he was in the apartments at one point, will force his way back out. And 20 seconds to the hit. They've got to go right now here, ILLUMINAR. Sprout of an awkward angle. Farthing boosted up to the back lines. Look at that first player, catches Veggie to fall, and the headshot quick flicks back. Reitz will deal with Spiddy, and Farthing could get backed up by the bomb planter. PHR will get that trade, so 2v2 for the retake, getting caught by the tags up by the AK, but not going down. It's a retake up for both of the CT players. Flashbang in, Dennis swings, gets that kill, and PHR up for a 4K against the CT Falls. Is here on site. Dennis will swing, look for that fight, win it out. AWP next in for the shot, and Snatchy connects it for Sprout. Okay. Up towards top mid, he's got players sneaking in behind him. He heard that footstep set from the likes of Dia. Oh, Dia gets the headshot in despite being mid-jump. Putting utility in with the defaults. Farthing waiting inside that smoke. Flashbang turned away from. Will try peek forward of it. He'll let the T-side go right past him. Just waiting here towards Palace. Bomb plant should be secured. Veggie will get sprayed up, takes that first fight and that second. Dennis also gets involved. PHR gets denied as nobody was able to account for the Palace position.
Yeah, that was a bit of a cheeky play coming out from Faffin.
Not to take him down. Dennis does open up the kills though, but they can out Veggie towards the ramp position. Incendiary from D are ready and waiting to try and put down towards the site, try and hold them off for the moment. The bomb plant can be secured by PHR.
I wonder if ILLUMINAR want to try and take some of this CT control, Jay. They haven't even forced the post plant in just yet. And Sprout have already got some really great retaking positions. They've got a late lurk coming out from Palace. Keep an eye on what Dennis can do in the late rounds.
Dia trying to get the wallbang shot in, but PHR takes Dia down, sprays through the smoke, gets close towards Spitty, but does not connect. And Dennis starts sneaking in the back lines. You highlight him for good reason. He gets Snacks to fall, but Spitty goes in trade. And now Snatchy approaching from CT spawn has got to be the linchpin, got to be the anchor to allow Dennis to start to shine. 19 HP for his backstab, and a small headshot angle for PHR gets the kill, gets a double up. P250 out of the gate, B-side control, A-side control I should say, coming in with Dennis, who takes those first couple of frags on Reeds and Mouse. 5v3 already gained by Sprout, and continuing to press the issue in towards the A contact. Snatchy gets Snacks, PHR and Veggie alone, and it's a quick clean-up. Fantastic start, Deagles in for Veggie, trying to hold up against Snatchy. The AK comes out, and the kill comes through. Reed trying to hold off his zone right. They do find a knife kill from Snacks, where? Over in the snipers, I believe. That's alright, okay, some extra money being gained here by the CT camp, so they can't be too fussed with that kill, but a 4v3 for the actual round itself, as Snacks goes spawning, it'll make it 2. Reed's close to the Eagle, dealt with by Snatchy. Dennis follows suit on towards Mouse. Engagement there from PHR, trying to come through with that kill. Eventually finds it on Farven. Dennis will trade back though, so quick 4v4 situation. Up out from the connector area. Dia drops the bomb though. Mouse comes up with that frag and flashes over to look for Snatchy next up. It goes behind him so he doesn't get blinded off. Fights the AWP but loses the fight of his own. Snatchy repeaks and gets into 2v2, and Spitty will drop Veggie, leaving it all to Reeds. 1 versus 2, but still gets both those frags.
It was a response back, and since then we haven't seen the lead go their way, but I don't know how long they're going to be able to hold on to it, because
PHR will try to take his place in position behind the danger boxes, but the AWP as Snatchy turns up to a wallbang headshot on Veggie. Swing out on one, denies that bomb plant for a second, but Snatchy still has lock on with the AWP, getting that frag to a 3-on-2, turning the reach for a third frag out towards jungle. One standing in Mouse, and Sprout are looking on from that point.
Oh, Snatchy's done so much work, and from here, Sprout can force the bomb plan in. Mouse has got so much work to do. 1 versus 3. He's got to try and deal with the AWP. Now, that smoke does draw Snatchy out into the open, and with Dia low, this is still very winnable.
Molotov burning. They know exactly where he is. Nathan Dia. Oh, this could land perfectly. It lands a little bit too far back. Dia's on 2 points of health.
Well, look, ILLUMINAR have to gamble stack, Jay. There's no doubt about it. When you're in a round like this where you're in a weapon disadvantage, you need to be stacking up at least a sight, and that's what they've done towards A. Snack's got a bit of a sightline into connector, but he only lands a tag, and the opening kill goes the way of the T side. They now make it 2.
Snacks turn around AWP, shot towards Farven. Dia deals the damage, and 2 standing in Veggie, and reads the Molotovs go down. The AK does see Veggie popping out, takes it out of play. Now Reitz is left alone in a 1-on-4 situation. Molotovs down, does take Dennis for a ride.
A feeling too, Jay. Reitz 1 versus 3, all by himself. He's got a little bit of utility. Spitty's down relatively low to 41 points of health. He's got so many players to check out. Does put out a jumping Dia, so that could be a way back in. Smoke towards the bomb itself. Needs to try and pick up a kitten towards the side. The spray towards Ram's not going to connect. And Sprout take Mirage 16-13. Yeah, looking to try and see if he can do some early damage. Now, 2 players on the contact out from long will be able to deal with the split attempt, because there are 3 players on the T side out from this long commitment. Flash coming through, and the CTs are finding kills. Veggie in particular finds a couple, but the short players have cleared out the site. The problem though, Jay, the bomb's still stuck in Longhouse.
It's being suppressed by 2 other CTs as Spitty watches out for the P250 around this corner, trying to take out Veggie or Reeds. Backstabbing coming from the other CT players as Snatchy deals with Reeds. Veggie is so low back here towards the blue box, and the defuse kit is nowhere near him either. Bomb will go down, and this will be a tough ask for this lone defender here.
You thought for a moment that ILLUMINAR were in the greatest of positions. They were able to take down the long contact, and now PHR is trying to see if he can fight his way back into this retake. 1 versus 2 scenario, SNACSNOЖUJE and Speedy. One player has dropped down into the elevated position, just trying to bait out some time. Speedy trying to peek on the contact of SNACSNOЖUJE, but now PHR's turned this into a 1 versus 1, trying to tap away, both players missing bullets, and SNACSNOJUJE just wins it out. You know, the one every now and then where they try something a little bit special, even for PHR, so up close and personal with Dennis, just spots him on the edge of the smoke. Now Fafin was ducking down, making sure he wasn't getting blind by those flashes, but all by himself. And now with Dennis being dealt with, ILLUMINAR are on track to be able to win out their first round, you would expect.
Off in for SNAX, getting D next. 2 standing now for the Sprouts side. Unfortunately, in a round that they haven't been able to get as confidently together as they have done in the past. Actually, they're going to try to respond though, but as he gets dealt with, Speedy is quick to follow suit in with the most ridiculous clutch retake of their lives.
Spoke off from the short position by the looks of things to the T side, and they want to try and not play together, but in fact take some individual duels. Speedy trying to tap away, but Farfan's now turned it into 1 versus 2. Molly onto the side means he needs to swing out to the open. He does damage onto PHR, but not enough to convert the kill. ILLUMINAR play out the numbers game.
Smokes go down, flashes at the ready. Can they shut down SNAX? He has landed some very consistent shots here from this car position. He gets forced out of angle. 2 T-side players down. Flashbang going to get evaded. Still Speedy rounds that corner. Tech9 in close. Taps up, nades through. Damaged under 3, but not a mass amount. The bomb plant can be secure.
5-on-5 retake is something we haven't really seen on Dust 2 so far, and for Sprout, they've even dropped a player towards his CT spawn. It's snatching with a bit of an off angle, the bait and switch play coming out for Dennis, but Sprout have been able to lose that man advantage. It goes the way of ILLUMINAR, but the frags are still coming through, and now it's down to the double AWPs. Mao's dropping over 1 to an AK, and him and SNAX need to try and bring this together. Mao's stuck in the open, SNAX can't hit the shot, and it looks like Sprout are going to convert their 8th unless SNAX can come back with the AWP, and now turn it into a 1 versus 1. He's up against Speedy on the side, but no time. He just backs off. To follow, and it's just going to go down in time. Molotov out towards the car position. That forces Veggie out to the open.
Okay, there was a sight here. PHR going to try to look for the bomb plant. Boost up from Dennis. Looks on sight. Does not see the 1. And the low HP player getting boosted up. Dealt with by the P250. 2 frags for PHR. Now Speedy's left alone. No Kevlar for this retake. Going to get hurt by aim punches. A squishy soldier. CSP moves up. Sees the shoulder bait. Takes the fight. Just about loses it to PHR. 1 point of health. Khalil's on. Checking out position. Ready to receive with some flashbangs over. Not able to get many of these players to drop. AK tap through, burst up, snatching D, get 2 kills. Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
I don't either. Now, for ILLUMINAR, they've already established a bit of a contact out from the long position, now getting some deep mid control. Mouse is able to catch off a very aggressive Dennis. Now, sort of focusing their area towards this B bomb site is probably the best bet, Jay. The thing is, though, the rotations are coming through. There's even a backstab from Dia.
See the utility, takes the spring on SNAX, does not catch it. They had a HE, they could have put that down. Dia gonna bob him back behind. Car takes out 1. Veggie with the AK tapping through, desperate to get some picks back. Farvan's got 2, and SNAX can't land his shot. Sprouts.
Plan coming in for the last round for ILLUMINAR still won't give them enough money to go for the full buy, Jay. And, well, they've left the bomb towards T-spawn again.
So that fight in the SMG comes straight out here. 3 kills for Farvan, nice and easy. Nice and efficient. PHR dealt with. Hunt for ramp control. Orp in for SNACSNOЖUJE, ready to receive. Molotov's out. Here comes the shot. And Mouse gets the kill instead. Okay, now we've just got Dennis over at Goose. 2 receiving. He peeks out a bit too far. SNAX gets that frag. And it looks like ILLUMINAR might hold on, but Speedy trades back. Flashbang in to allow Dia to deny the plant. Jump facing, getting the kill. Orp SNAX still here towards shore. Needs these 3 kills in the next 15 seconds. Or get bombed down to try and stall for extra time, but surely he should realize that Speedy's way too close, trying to force him into peak. The AWP goes for the jumping shot. SNAX, 3 seconds. Gonna try and hunt for the last. But Farvan will drop him. And the rifle's in play. Flash is over. Setting utility up for the T side. SNACSNOJUJE ready. The AWP in, incendiary thrown back. Sees 2 T sides. catches Mouse for one good frag, focusing fire on the rest of the T positions. Dia sprays through, and SNACSNOŻUJE will close it down with a headshot. 16-7. Sprout are going to cinch the series 2-0. A very close map 1, but Dust 2 is where things really fell apart for ILLUMINAR.